A female applicant slapped the company president during her interview, but it turns out the two share a deep connection. Hello to all our listeners. This is Mr. Hope, bringing you interesting story. Come join us till the end of the story, and we promise you will be delighted, thrilled, inspired, and more. Let's dive in. A young woman moved far away to escape her ex, only to be shocked when she discovered he's now a millionaire and the boss of the company she applied to. The young man, upon seeing his ex again, acted as if he didn't recognize her. This is Amazing Stories USA. Stay with us until the end of today's story. Whether you like it or not, you're staying at your grandma's place in the countryside, Mr. Edward Thompson said authoritatively, puzzled by his grandson's behavior. But I already have plans with my friends, Travis replied. No buts. My decision is final. You'll stay there until you learn some responsibility, Edward insisted. Like many times before, Travis had gotten himself into trouble, and because of this incident, his grandfather Edward was forced to send him to the countryside to learn some lessons. As the future CEO, it was crucial for Travis to maintain a good image to earn the trust of the board. Edward also worried about his grandson's reckless behavior, fearing he'd go astray after he was gone. Though Travis was reluctant to go to the countryside, he had no choice since his grandfather had made up his mind. He cursed his first few days there, as it was so different from the place he grew up in, far from the bright, noisy city. His daily life in the countryside became a struggle since he wasn't used to it. On top of that, he couldn't join his friends' outings. You're not some spoiled rich kid, Edward drilled into his mind before leaving him there. Edward froze Travis's bank accounts and cut off his phone line, leaving Travis with only himself to rely on. Everything he wanted, he had to work for. Travis thought he'd hate the place forever, but everything changed when he met Hannah. As Travis said to Mr. Robert, the man tending to chickens at the home of Robert and Martha, where he was staying, "Where's the nearest convenience store?" Robert, who had known Travis's family for years, replied, "At Mrs. Betty's shop." "Where's that?" Travis asked, confused, since he didn't know who Mrs. Betty was. Robert pointed out the path to the shop. When Travis arrived, he called for the clerk. "Wow, he's cute. He doesn't look like he's from around here," he overheard some young women whispering at the shop. Travis smirked at the compliments, thinking he'd charm plenty of girls here. "What kind of phone credit do you want?" asked Hannah, the serious young woman behind the counter. Travis was momentarily speechless, struck by her beauty. Curious to see her, he couldn't get a clear view due to the counter's screen and the items in the way. $10, Travis replied, dictating his phone number to her. "How much, Mrs. Betty?" he asked. "Do I look like Mrs. Betty to you?" Hannah snapped, sounding annoyed. Travis felt a bit embarrassed but laughed it off softly. He forgot the incident by the time he got back, more captivated by the enchanting voice of the girl at the shop. He immediately told his friends, who were partying in a nearby city, about her. Like him, they were curious about her appearance. After their call, morning came, and Travis was stuck washing dishes, a chore he wasn't used to. Once done, he hung out outside to get some fresh air and play on his phone. It was only 9 a.m., but his day already felt eventful. Sitting on a wooden bench under a tree, he grumbled, "Ugh, no data, no Wi-Fi either. Seriously?" Unable to load his game, he lay back and stared at the tree's leaves. The cool breeze and shade calmed him down, and before he knew it, he dozed off. He woke up feeling like someone was watching him. He was right. When he opened his eyes, he saw a beautiful young woman staring at him. She quickly turned away, probably embarrassed. "Who are you?" Travis asked, sitting up and rubbing his head, which ached from the hard bench. "Where's Mrs. Martha?" the girl asked, still facing away. Travis's eyes narrowed as he recognized her lovely voice. "Mrs. Betty?" he asked, confused. The young woman turned around angrily, hands on her hips. I'm not Mrs. Betty, she insisted, her brows furrowed. Travis stood to face the frowning girl. What's your name, then? I don't give my name to strangers, Hannah said seriously. Travis extended his hand. I'm Travis. Now you know me. So, can I have your name? Hannah rolled her eyes but shook his hand. Hannah. She walked past him, placing an empty basket on the bench. Tell Mrs. Martha I stopped by, she said, before leaving. Later, while talking to his friends, Travis burst out, I saw her, man. Saw who? His friend asked. The girl from the shop. She's gorgeous, dude. A bit feisty, but honestly, that excites me. She rolled her eyes at me before shaking my hand, while other girls would trip over themselves just to get my attention. She's not gonna be your girlfriend, his friend Zach teased. Oh, please, Travis scoffed. I can get any girl. He overheard his buddies betting on the other line. Zach and Ryan bet he couldn't make her his girlfriend, while Brent bet he could. Travis grinned. I'm telling you, she'll be my girlfriend. I'll bet my car, so you guys better match it. It was just a playful bet among friends. Hannah and her family ran the convenience store, and she was often there, making it easy for Travis to get close to her. Whenever he wanted to see her, he'd just buy something. It helped that her shop was near Robert and Martha's place. One day, while helping at their mango orchard, Travis saw Hannah, who regularly picked up fruit from the couple. There he confessed his feelings to her. As days passed, they got to know each other better, and soon enough, Hannah fell for him. They're so pretty, Hannah said as they walked together, fresh from a trip to a nearby flower garden where Travis made her a bouquet. I didn't even arrange the flowers that well, Travis admitted. Oh, come on, it's beautiful. I'd appreciate anything from you, Hannah replied. They stopped in front of her house, and Travis leaned down to adjust a flower he'd tucked behind her ear. Meanwhile, Travis's friends showed up unexpectedly. What are you guys doing here? Travis asked, surprised. You haven't texted us in forever, Ryan replied. We thought you were gone, so we came to check on you, Zach added. Plus, we didn't want to miss out on free coffee. Travis laughed, pulling Hannah close. This is Hannah, my girlfriend, Zach whispered to Ryan. We lost, man. Hannah frowned. Lost what? Travis signaled his friends to keep quiet, but it was too late. Zach spilled. We bet whether Travis could make you his girlfriend. I lost my car to him. Brand new, too. Oh, is that not okay? Brent groaned. Zach, you idiot. You're stressing me out. Hannah turned to Travis, confused and scared. Is that true? Travis hesitated, knowing she needed the truth. I'm sorry, he started, but Hannah slapped him hard and walked away, saying, We need to talk. What's there to talk about? Travis asked. I heard everything. No explanation can change the fact that you and your friends made a game out of me, Hannah said, hurt. It's not true, Travis pleaded. Maybe when you and your buddies talk, you laugh about how I fell for you, she said, tears in her eyes. No, Hannah, everything I showed you was real, Travis insisted. Just leave, Travis. I don't want to see you anymore, she said, and that's where it all began. 5 years later, Sir, here are the profiles of the new applicants. HR has vetted them thoroughly. We just need your approval to hire them, the secretary said, handing a folder to Travis Mears, now the CEO. And here's my resignation, she added, placing it on his desk. Travis flipped through the folder, a compilation of resumes. Sir, have you seen anyone who could replace me? The secretary asked. Are you sure you want to resign? Travis asked. Yes, sir. My fiancée is moving abroad, and we're getting married. I have to go. If that's what makes you happy, then go. You've been with the company a long time. We've worked together for years, Travis said. The secretary clutched her chest dramatically. Don't tell me you've fallen for me, Mr. CEO. Travis laughed. No way. I just mean it's a shame to lose you. You were close to a promotion. I'm getting old, sir, she joked. What, are you 60? Travis teased. Just 32, sir. I've been working since college to support my family. Now it's time for my happiness. Travis nodded but paused when he noticed something odd in the resumes. What's wrong, sir? The secretary asked, seeing his frown. I said, you can resign. You're free to go, Travis said, grabbing a fountain pen. Don't worry, I'll give you a good separation package, he added, signing her resignation letter. The secretary frowned. Why the sudden change of heart after seeing the resumes? Travis slid a document toward her and leaned back in his swivel chair. I think I found my new executive assistant, he said, spinning his pen. Right away, sir? She asked, surprised. Page 17, Travis instructed. The secretary flipped to the resume he indicated. I want you to call her in, Travis said, pointing at it. Yes, sir. I'll call her to come tomorrow. No, do it now, Travis insisted. Right away, sir, the secretary said, heading to the phone to dial the number on the resume. Meanwhile, when the bus stopped in front of the company building, Hannah didn't wait for change. She jumped off and ran toward the entrance. Why did they call me so suddenly? I'm not even prepared, she muttered to herself. She asked the front desk for the CEO's office and, upon learning its location, took the elevator up. The building closed at 6 p.m., and it was already 5:55 p.m., so she was in a rush. Good day, sir, Hannah said, breathless as she entered the office. She saw a man sitting in a swivel chair, facing the glass wall. Sorry I'm late. Traffic was bad. Her voice is still beautiful, Travis thought, hearing her again after 5 years. He didn't know why he'd chosen to hire her as his new secretary, knowing she might confront him over their past. He wouldn't be surprised if she threw a vase at him. Sir? Hannah repeated. Travis turned his chair to face her, ready for her sharp words. She stared at him for a few seconds, but her expression didn't change, which confused him. You called for me? She asked politely, still smiling. Is everything okay, sir? Yes, Travis said, gesturing for her to sit. To formally introduce myself, I'm Hannah Delamere. I graduated with a degree in office administration, so I can assure you I'll be a great help to you and the company. I also have 2 years of experience. I want you to be my assistant, Travis interrupted, expecting her to get angry. Instead, she seemed excited. Really, sir? She asked, but then, to his shock, Hannah slapped him hard across the face. Oh, sorry, sir. There was a mosquito, she said. Travis, stunned, rubbed his cheek. The slap was strong, supposedly for a mosquito. Oh, okay, thanks for swatting the mosquito, he stammered, still reeling from her nonchalance. Thank you, sir, Hannah said, nodding. You're hired. You can start tomorrow, Miss Delamere, Travis said, turning away. Hannah thanked him and left, leaving Travis dazed and full of questions. What just happened? Was that really her? He wondered. Hannah had changed physically. She was taller, her curves more defined, her long, wavy black hair now straight and shoulder-length. But some traits remained, her almond-shaped eyes and innocent look, just like when they were happy together. Why didn't she get mad? Why did she take the job? Is she okay working with me? These questions haunted him even as he went to bed. The next morning. Good morning, sir, Hannah said cheerfully, placing a coffee on Travis's desk. He looked up, surprised. You're here? He'd assumed she wouldn't show up because of their history, thinking her politeness yesterday was an act. You said I could start today, right? Hannah replied. Travis sipped his coffee to hide his embarrassment over their past. Anything else you need me to do, sir? She asked. Nothing for now, he said. All right, I'll be at my desk, she said, returning to her table in his office. Travis kept glancing at her as she worked. She acted so casually, as if their painful past didn't exist. He was confused, waiting for her to confront him, but even as other employees left for the day, she remained professional. Miss Delamere, Travis called as she prepared to leave. Yes, sir? She asked innocently. Never mind, you can go home, he said, returning to his work, waiting for her to leave. But less than a minute after she stepped out, he couldn't resist following her. He caught up to her at the closing elevator. She stayed calm, even though they were alone inside. When they reached the ground floor, he instinctively grabbed her arm, stopping her. Why, sir? She asked, confused. You know what I'm talking about, Travis said, his heart pounding. I'm sorry, do you remember who I am? That means you haven't forgotten what happened between us. Hannah's expression changed, and Travis braced for a slap. Yes, I remember everything. I still do. But don't worry, that's in the past. I've long moved on. I'm here to work, and I hope we can keep things professional. Is that okay, Mr. Mears? Travis nodded. Of course. May I go now, sir? She asked, her tone slightly sarcastic. Sure, no problem, he said, letting out a heavy sigh as she left. I've long moved on, he repeated to himself as he drove home. Was I that easy to forget? He thought, irritated. Days passed, and Hannah remained civil, never mentioning their past. Her kindness, despite everything, made Travis feel guiltier. Sir, the board meeting is about to start, Hannah called. Travis stood and left the office with her. At the meeting, he got into a heated debate with the older board members, leaving him frustrated as he returned to his office. So annoying, he muttered, downing the rest of his drink. It was late, and rain poured outside. Sir, you're drunk, Hannah said, trying to stop him. I know they don't trust me, Travis said, turning to her. I'm the president of this company. Do you trust me, Miss Delamere? She didn't answer, so he gave a bitter laugh. Why would you? You think I played you? Hannah looked away, swallowing hard. I'm going home, she said. What do you really want, Hannah? Travis asked, exasperated. My work is done and my hours are over. I think I can leave, she replied, turning to go. But Travis grabbed her and kissed her. Stunned, Hannah didn't react at first, but then she pushed him away and slapped him hard. Travis thought she'd be furious, but she seemed almost amused, though her eyes were sad. Go ahead, hit me. Maybe it'll ease my guilt, he said, holding her hand. Tears fell as she pulled her hand away. Yes, I'm angry. I'm furious. I want to hurt you, say awful things. But will that lighten the weight I feel? Will it restore my trust? Number. No matter what I do, I'll always fear you'll play me again, you and your friends. Travis watched her storm out, collapsing to the floor, tears streaming as guilt overwhelmed him. Seeing the pain in her eyes killed him. He'd made plenty of girls cry before, but with Hannah it was different. 5 years had passed, yet he hadn't moved on. One day, Where's Miss Delamere? Travis asked another employee upon entering the office. She can't come in today, sir. She's got the flu and is in the hospital. I'll fill in as your assistant temporarily. Travis cancelled all his meetings and appointments, grabbed his coat, and rushed out. He called Brent, who worked at the hospital where Hannah might be. Confirming she was there, Travis hurried over. Where is she? He asked Brent. Room 407. How'd you know she was here? We'll talk later. I need to see her first, Travis said, worried. He passed several rooms before reaching 407. A woman he didn't recognize exited with a cute child whose face seemed familiar. How is she? Travis asked. The woman looked him up and down. I'm Travis Mears, Hannah's friend. She's resting inside, the woman said, seeming nervous. Don't you have somewhere to be? No, why? Travis asked. Can you watch her? I have deliveries scheduled and I can't cancel, or my customers will be upset. Is that okay? Oh, and this is her daughter, she said, nudging the child toward Travis. The girl grabbed his hand and tugged. Come on. Travis felt something stir but smiled. Sure, he said. The woman, Maurice, instructed, feed her when she wakes up and give her medicine. If she asks for me, say I'm back at the store. Take care of them, including this little girl. She patted the child's hair and left. Travis didn't know who the girl was or her role in Hannah's life. He and the child sat beside Hannah, who was sleeping soundly. Travis held her hand, savoring the moment, knowing he couldn't do this when she was awake. Then he noticed the child staring at him. Why are you holding my mommy's hand? The 5-year-old asked innocently. Travis quickly let go. I was just worried about my friend, he said, but his mind raced. She called Hannah Mommy. Does that mean she's married? But we just broke up. How old is this kid? He stared at the girl, her eyes and lips eerily familiar. Tell me, is she really your mommy? He asked, pointing at Hannah. The girl frowned. Yes, I'm Lisa. Isn't it obvious? We look alike. Travis chuckled, charmed, and gently pinched her cheek. All right, I believe you, but shh, so we don't wake your mommy, he said softly. The girl nodded and played quietly on the sofa. Travis stepped out to talk to Brent, who was confused. So, what happened? How'd you know she was here? Brent asked. She's my executive assistant, Travis said. What? She makes your coffee and works with you daily? Brent asked, shocked. Yes, Travis nodded. Lucky you're still alive. If it were me, you'd be in the hospital, or the morgue, poisoned by her coffee, Brent joked. She's not like that, but it makes me feel guiltier, Travis said. What do you want? For her to poison you or get revenge? Brent asked. No, it's just harder this way. She acts like our past means nothing, but I know she's hurting. It kills me that she can forget our time together so easily. It eats at me every day, reminding me how I hurt someone like her. Travis confessed. Do you still love her? Or did you ever really love her? Brent asked. Of course I did, man. It wasn't just about the bet. At first it was a game, typical fun when we were bored, but as our relationship grew and I got to know her, I didn't realize I was falling for her. Sadly, she won't believe me now, and I don't blame her, Travis said. So, what's your plan? Do you want to win her back? I can tell you still love her. You wouldn't be here if it was just guilt, Brent said. Travis glanced inside, seeing the cute girl, Lisa, stroking her mother's hair. He smiled. I want to win her back, especially now that there's more reason to. I don't have a solid plan yet, but I'll go with the flow, he said, returning to sit by Hannah. When Hannah woke, Travis asked, How are you feeling? She looked nervous, glancing at Lisa on her left and Travis on her right. She stroked Lisa's hair but didn't speak to her yet. I heard from my staff you were in the hospital. I spoke to your friend, and she asked me to watch you and Lisa, Travis said, nodding at the girl. You don't need to. Go back to the office, sir, Hannah said, acting strangely. No, I want to be here. I want to take care of you. I cancelled all my schedules, Travis insisted. Why are you doing this? I'm just your assistant. Is this another dare? She asked, eyeing him suspiciously. Brent nearby said, Of course not, I swear. Hannah noticed Lisa watching, her eyes darting between them. She calmed herself, not wanting her daughter to see her argue. Thank you, but go home, she said coldly. I'm not leaving, Travis said, offering her a spoonful of soup. Eat so you can take your medicine. Hannah snatched the bowl. I can eat myself. Mommy, let me help, Lisa said. Travis and Hannah glanced at the girl's innocent smile. I know you're mad, but let me take care of you and Lisa, Travis said. Mommy, he's nice. I saw him holding your hand earlier, Lisa blurted, exposing Travis. Hannah frowned. Why were you holding my hand, sir? She asked sarcastically. What, to ease your guilt? I'll get you something to drink. Looks like Brent forgot, Travis said, leaving to buy water, instructing Lisa to help her mum. When he returned, Lisa was asleep on the sofa, and Hannah was on the phone, smiling happily, unlike when she faced him. Have you eaten, baby? Travis's jaw clenched. Baby? Is that her boyfriend or husband? He thought. Okay, bye for now. Take care, Hannah said, ending the call. Travis took a deep breath, his heart stinging, but hid it as he entered. Her expression turned cold. What are you still doing here? I told you, I got water, he said, placing 3 bottles on the table. Take your medicine. She grabbed a bottle and swallowed her pills. Who was on the phone? He asked, unable to hold back. None of your business, Mr. Mears, she snapped. Fine, Travis said, standing. I'm stepping out to talk to your doctor. I'll be back. He almost leaned to kiss her forehead, as he used to when she was sick, but stopped himself. I'm sorry, he said, leaving to meet the doctor before returning. Hannah was asleep again. Travis sat, watching her, and dozed off while keeping vigil. He woke when Hannah's phone rang. Baby number 2 calling, the screen read. Baby number 2? Corny. Why number 2? Does she have multiple guys? Did I hurt her so badly she became like this? He thought. He didn't want to pry, but when baby number 2 called again, jealousy got the better of him, and he answered. Hello? A young boy's voice came through. Travis froze, staring at Hannah. Mommy, are you still there? The boy asked. Travis's hands shook, hearing the child call her Mommy. He was about to speak when Hannah stirred, so he quickly hung up. His mind raced with questions. What if she's married? There's baby number 1 and number 2. He cursed inwardly, working on his laptop to distract himself while waiting for her to wake. Want something to eat? Travis asked when she stirred. Just water, she said. He handed her a bottle. I spoke to your doctor. You can be discharged tomorrow. Okay, I'll order dinner for us, he said. Us? Hannah asked. Yes, we're eating together, including Lisa. You can't stop me. He ordered food and sat on the couch. Why do you seem in a bad mood? Hannah asked. It's nothing, Travis said, opening his laptop to work while waiting. Sir, is something wrong? Don't tell me you're mad at me. You can leave. I didn't ask you to take care of me, she said. It's not like that, he said, checking his phone when it buzzed. The food's here. I'll grab it. He went downstairs, and when he returned, he set the food on a small table. He tried to help Hannah, but she snapped. I can do it. She rolled her eyes and sat. Travis didn't mind her attitude, knowing he deserved it. They ate quietly until he asked, Do you have a boyfriend? She stopped eating, startled. You have no right to ask that, Mr. Mears. I just want to know, he said. Why do you need to know? Is it required for my job? My relationship status is none of your business, she said sharply. Travis fell silent, realizing she was right. He had no claim to her private life anymore. When Hannah fell asleep, Travis went home to his condo, as he had work the next day and unfinished tasks at the office. At the office, he was surprised to see Hannah. What are you doing here? He asked, shocked. You just got out of the hospital. Please, sir, let me work, Mr. Mears. I can handle it, she said, starting to type. I need the money. Travis remembered the boy who called and Lisa, realizing they were likely why she was working so hard. How much do you need? He asked. She frowned. What? I can give you money or lend it if you prefer, he offered. She smirked. I don't need your money. Then why work here? He asked. I didn't know you owned this company. I wouldn't be here if I didn't need the money for... She stopped, her eyes darting as if searching for an excuse. Anything else you need, sir? If not, I have work to do. Let's keep things professional and let each other work in peace. Is that okay? Her phone rang, interrupting her. Travis's jaw tightened when he saw a man's name on the screen. Hannah answered with a smile. Yes, I'm okay. Are you worried? She giggled, biting her lip, making Travis jealous, though he had no right to be. I've eaten. How about you, hubby? She said, glancing at Travis as if to provoke him. But the voice on the other end, loud on speaker, said, Since when am I your husband, you goof? Hannah, flustered, ended the call, realizing her plan to make Travis jealous had backfired. Travis smirked, returning to his desk. Hannah was mortified, unsure how to recover. She glanced at Travis, who was quietly signing papers. That was a joke. My husband's in Chicago. We're in different time zones, so he hasn't called yet. She lied. Okay, not interested, Travis said coolly, infuriating her. You don't believe me? She asked, annoyed. Why would I? You're throwing our past in my face now. Your last name hasn't changed, and you used your friend to pretend you're married, which means you're not. Stop being delusional, Miss Delamere, he said, irritated. Hannah, scowling, returned to her desk, knowing he'd figured out she wasn't married. At home, her friend Becky, whose real name was Anthony, teased, What's this hubby nonsense I heard on the phone? You're wild. You should have played along, Hannah said. What's the deal? Anthony asked. Maurice, setting the table, chimed in. Spill it. I'm out of the loop. Her boss is her ex, and she introduced me as her friend to this hot guy, Maurice said. Anthony's eyes widened. No way! So you're trying to make him jealous? Not exactly. I just wanted to annoy him. But you didn't play along, so I look stupid, Hannah said, rolling her eyes. My bad, Anthony said. At the office, Travis placed a paper bag on Hannah's desk. Breakfast, you might not have eaten, he said. Hannah didn't know why he did it, but her growling stomach took priority. She opened the bag to find her favorite fast food breakfast and coffee, perfect for her sleep-deprived self. They were civil, but she noticed his subtle care, bringing her coffee in the morning, when it was her job, sending her home early, and not overloading her with work. Curious why he was doing this, she waited for him in the office one morning. Travis was surprised to find her absent, as she usually arrived first. Hope her coffee didn't get cold, he muttered, carrying her cup to his desk. He froze when he saw Hannah sitting in his swivel chair. What are you doing at my desk? He asked. She picked up the nameplate reading CEO Travis Chase Mears. You know, I think this needs replacing, she said. Travis frowned, confused. What? She sipped the coffee. Where are the documents to sign? Put them here. When's my investor meeting? Cancel it. I want to relax in the mountains. She leaned back, adjusting her shades. Travis raised an eyebrow. Hannah, are you copying me? You're even wearing my suit. What's going on, Miss Delamere? Since you're doing my job as a secretary, let me do yours as CEO, sir, she teased. Travis raised his hands. I didn't expect this, but fine. You're the CEO for today, Miss Delamere. No way. You have too many papers to sign, and you'd make me do your work. Nope, she protested. You have no choice. You're the president now, like it or not, Travis said. You're fired, Hannah shot back. Travis laughed. Firing me from my own company? He walked to her desk, now his, chuckling. Other employees were confused as Travis handled their concerns. After closing the door, he approached Hannah, still in his chair. How's sales, Miss CEO? Ask the sales department, she said. He laughed, and she leaned forward, hands clasped. Now tell me, Mr. Mears, why are you doing this? Because I care for you. I still like you, Hannah. No, I still love you, Travis said directly. You never loved me. It was all a game, right? She said, standing and brushing past him to leave. But Travis grabbed her wrist, stopping her. She turned, seeing tears in his eyes. I loved you, Hannah. If I pretended anything, it was to my friends, acting like I was just playing you when I was already deeply in love. She frowned. You lied then, so why should I believe you now? Because it's the truth. I tried to forget you over the years, but I couldn't, he said, caressing her face. What did you do to make me feel this way? Hannah pulled his hand away and looked at him firmly. We've been done for a long time, she said, leaving. She didn't care that it wasn't quitting time, she just needed to get away. It was Saturday, so no work. Her friends were busy, so she shopped for household needs alone. So, your son and daughter like yogurt, right? A familiar voice said. Hannah froze. Are you stalking me, Mr. Mears? I visited my friend's new coffee shop branch nearby. On my way home, I saw you. I needed stuff for my condo, so I came here, Travis explained. Hannah raised an eyebrow. Sure. She turned her cart to leave, but he spoke again. Why didn't you tell me about them? It's none of your business. Why should I tell you? She snapped, irritated, as he grabbed her arm. Let's eat, he pleaded. Are they why you chose to work for me? Hannah gave a sarcastic smile. She didn't know how he convinced her to eat with him, maybe hunger, as it was past lunch. At the hospital, I met Lisa, and someone called you. I answered, he admitted. You went through my phone? Not on purpose. I ignored it at first, but he called again, so I answered, thinking it was your boyfriend. But it was a little boy, Lisa's brother, right? Hannah nodded, looking down, knowing denial was pointless. Yes, he's her brother, my son. Why didn't you tell me? Why should I? Is it required for work? Do I need to list my pets too? She retorted. That's not what I mean. I was kidding, Travis said. Where's their father? We're not together anymore, she said curtly. What do you mean? We met in college. I thought he was the one, but it didn't work out. She looked at him. He left me too. I'm sorry, Travis said, wanting to be angry at the man who abandoned her, but knowing he had no right, as he'd hurt her too. You don't have to apologize. It's fine now. Not everything we want works out. Plans change. What matters is my kids and I are happy. He hurt me, but he loved me too. We had good times, even if it ended badly. I'm grateful for my beautiful, kind kids because of him, Hannah said. What's his name? Ryder. We call him Rye. He and Lisa are my treasures. How are you and their father now? We're on good terms, she said. Good. Sorry to ask, but do you plan to get back together? You should be an investigator, not a CEO, Mr. Mears, she teased, laughing. You're not together anymore, right? I guess, she said. So, I can court you, right? He asked boldly. Court me? She asked, incredulous. Yes, you're single, right? Single mum, she emphasized. I told you, I still love you, and I'll pursue you, even with kids. Hannah smiled but shook her head, thinking he was joking. But after that lunch, it wasn't just coffee greeting her at work. There were gifts, not typical ones like flowers or jewelry, but 3, one for her and one for each of her kids. At home, her son Rye said, Mommy, another toy? Lisa was equally excited, used to their mom bringing home gifted toys for 2 weeks. Yes, babies, Hannah said, handing them a large paper bag. The kids sat on the floor, eagerly opening it. Wow, a train set, Rye exclaimed. Another Barbie doll, Lisa squealed. Hannah smiled, seeing their joy. If this was her boss's courtship strategy, he was doing great. One day, Travis got stuck in traffic on his way to work and took a detour, passing a daycare where a crowd had gathered. Curious, he got out. "What happened?" he asked. A teacher replied, "A boy ran across the street and was hit by a van." Travis saw an unconscious, bloodied boy. "Has anyone called an ambulance?" he asked. "Take him to the hospital. We're running out of time." He carried the boy to his car, joined by 2 teachers, and rushed to the nearest hospital. Travis didn't know why he was so nervous for a stranger. "Have you contacted his mom?" a teacher asked her colleague. "Yes, I told her we're on the way to the hospital. She's coming." At the hospital, doctors and nurses assisted them. Travis sat in the waiting area with the teachers. He didn't know why he prioritized this over an important morning meeting. He called his secretary to reschedule, saying, "Something came up. I can't come in. Handle things for now." He froze when he saw Hannah. Their eyes met, and though she was shocked to see him, her focus shifted. "How's my son?" she asked the teacher, tears streaming. "He's with the doctors. I'm scared something will happen to him." "Calm down, Mommy. Everything will be okay. We'll pray for him," the teacher said. A nurse approached. "Are you with the patient?" "I'm his mum," Hannah said. "He needs blood. Who here is AB negative?" Hannah didn't respond. "Anyone?" the nurse repeated. "I'm AB," Travis said. "Come with me, sir, to donate blood. It's urgent." Travis glanced at Hannah, who avoided his gaze and followed the nurse. His mind swirled with questions only Hannah could answer. Hannah's fear grew as Travis returned, his expression dark. She didn't need to ask to know what he was thinking. "How's my son?" she asked, her heart pounding. "Your son or our son?" Travis asked quietly but firmly. She looked away, scared, as he held her arm. The others left, leaving them alone. "Hannah, please answer me. Are Rye and Lisa my kids?" Travis cursed softly as she nodded slowly. "So, we have twins?" Tears fell as the truth sank in. He recalled their grocery store conversation. "Where's their father?" "We're not together. We met in college." "You lied," Travis said. Hannah nodded, crying, as he ran a hand through his hair. He was furious with himself for not realizing sooner. That's why he felt an instant connection when he saw Lisa at the hospital, and Rye, the twin who'd been hit. He'd assumed Hannah met someone new in college who fathered her kids. He was angry at himself for not considering they could be his. He wanted to be mad at her for hiding it, but his love for her prevailed. "I'm so sorry," she repeated. He hugged her, comforting her despite his pain. "It's okay," he said, calming her. Love and pity overshadowed his hurt. "I want to meet my son," he said. When the doctor allowed them in, they visited Rye. Travis cried, overwhelmed with joy, sadness, fear, and regret for the years lost. Lisa arrived with Maurice, worried for her twin, and hugged her mom. Travis stared at Lisa, realizing why her face felt familiar. Later, alone, Hannah said, "I'm sorry I didn't tell you about them. I was angry and scared of what might happen if you knew, given you and your friends made a game of me. I feared you wouldn't stand by us. I also asked Robert and Martha not to tell you. If I'd known we had kids, I wouldn't have stopped looking for you," Travis said. "I went back to the countryside to apologize and fix things, but you were gone. I returned several times, but no one would say where you moved. I searched for over a year, but nothing. I'm sorry." "You don't need to apologize," Hannah said. "I understand why you did it. I'd do the same to protect my kids. Fear drove you to hide them. But now that I know, please give me a chance to be their father. They've always asked about me." Tears fell as he wiped hers away, smiling as he looked at their sleeping kids. "We look alike," he said, noticing their resemblance. "That's why I avoided details about Rye when you asked. He looks like you, while Lisa looks like me." I wasn't too worried about her, but Rye's your spitting image. I feared you'd recognize him." They laughed softly. "When I learned you were the company president, I took the job not just for the money, but because—" She paused. "Because what?" Travis asked. "Because I missed you. Yes, I was angry, but my love for you, buried deep, was stronger. I didn't want to see you because it hurt, but I was sad when I didn't," she admitted. "So, you mean—" "Yes, Travis, I still love you. I'm tired of convincing myself I don't." Smiling through tears, she hugged him. They watched their son together, relieved to be in one room with no more secrets. Hannah felt a weight lift, as hiding the truth had been hard, especially since the kids always asked about their dad. "Mommy!" Hannah snapped awake, rushing to Rye. "Thank God you're awake. You were out since yesterday. We were so worried. How do you feel? Anything hurt?" Rye shook his head. "I'm okay, Mommy. Don't worry." He looked at the door as a man entered with flowers and a stuffed toy. "Mommy, who's that?" Hannah glanced at Travis behind her, then at her confused son. "Didn't you always ask where your daddy was, yours and Lisa's, the one sending you toys?" "The toy guy, Mommy," Rye asked, while Lisa, listening, frowned. Hannah smiled, brushing Rye's hair. "He's here, baby." She stepped aside, letting Travis sit. "Hi, I'm Travis Mears, your dad. Lisa knows already. We told her earlier." Rye gasped, hugged his dad, and cried. Hannah watched, knowing her son had waited so long for this. Travis cared for them all in the hospital, including Hannah. The father and kids bonded quickly, for which Hannah was deeply grateful. When Rye was discharged, Travis brought them to his condo. "Why here?" Hannah asked as they parked in an exclusive building's lot. Travis glanced at their sleeping kids. "I want to be with you and our kids. 5 years were stolen from us. Let me make it up to you 3. They'll love it when they wake up." They went to Travis's top-floor unit, which he owned entirely, ensuring privacy. He laid one sleeping child on a soft bed, and Hannah did the same with the other. "Want something to eat or drink?" he asked as she looked around. "I'm good, thanks. Aren't you scared here? This floor's huge for one person. They say empty places like this attract ghosts," she teased. Travis frowned. "Why?" "Our neighbor's house in the countryside was haunted because it was empty. Spirits like dark, unused places," she said. "You're staying here from now on," Travis declared. "Are you scared?" she asked, stifling a laugh. "No way, I'd charm the ghost," he joked. Hannah gave him a look, then put her feet up and turned on the TV, no longer in the mood. Travis sat beside her. "You scared me with that ghost talk," he said. "So you were scared," she teased. "Fine, happy now. I live alone here unless you and the kids move in," he said, smiling. "That's not my call," Hannah said. "If the kids agree, I'm okay with it. They're my priority. If they're happy, I'll support them. Besides," she looked at him, "I want to be with you, too." Travis caressed her face. They stared at each other, and though he hesitated, he leaned in. Hannah closed her eyes, waiting for his kiss. "Mommy!" They sat up straight as one of their kids called. "So close," Travis whispered. Hannah stood to pick up Rye, who'd just woken up, looking around. "Mommy, where are we?" "In your daddy's house. Want to look around?" Lisa chimed in. "Yeah, sure." Hannah set Rye down, letting them explore, marveling at everything. "Is this your house?" the kids asked. "Yes, kids. Even the pool outside," Travis said. "That's yours too, Daddy?" Lisa asked. "I own the whole floor, kids. Actually the building, but I rent out the other floors," he explained. "Your place is huge," the kids said, running to different areas. "Don't be too wild or you'll break something," Hannah called. "Mommy, can we go to the pool?" Rye asked. Of course, Travis said, taking them outside. The kids loved the beautiful space. Hannah sat on the living room sofa, watching her kids and their dad by the pool through the glass wall. Travis showed them their rooms. "Mommy, look, I have so many toys," Rai said, pointing to a play area designed by an interior decorator. "What do you say to Daddy?" The kids ran to Travis, who lifted them in each arm. "Thank you, Daddy," they said. "You're welcome," he replied. While the kids stayed in their room, engrossed in their new toys. "You don't have to help me cook. I can do it," Hannah said. Travis hugged her from behind. "I want to help. You know I'm no chef," he teased. "Moral support, babe," he added. She laughed softly. The next morning, Hannah woke to the door opening. Her kids, in pajamas, walked in, Lisa holding a white rose. They handed it to her. "Oh, you two are so sweet," she said, touching their faces. "Good morning, Mommy. Daddy says I love you," Lisa whispered, giggling. Hannah ruffled her hair, amused, and did her morning routine before joining Travis, who was setting the table. "Breakfast is ready," he called. The food was simple but plated like a fancy hotel meal. "You made all this?" Hannah asked. "Yes, babe. I watched tutorials last night," he said. She smiled, knowing he'd stayed up late and woken early. "You're good at cooking," she said. "I can't court you and serve just fried eggs," he joked, pulling out her chair. "Court? You're courting me?" she asked, surprised. "I asked our kids. They're okay with it. You said you'd support what makes them happy," he said. Hannah speared a hot dog with her fork and bit it. "You can court me, as the kids want, but that doesn't mean I'll be your girlfriend right away." "Who said I'm courting you to be my girlfriend? I'm courting you to be my wife, Hannah. I'll do it every day if I have to," he said tenderly. She sipped water to hide her blush. "Let's eat," she said, quickly finishing her hot dog. Travis took great care of them during breakfast, serving food and drinks, making sure they ate enough. Hannah smiled, watching him. Honestly, he didn't need to court her. She knew they still had feelings. Travis was determined, showing her daily how much he loved her. He took a week off work, so they had plenty of time together. At the mall for groceries, Travis pushed a cart with the kids, while Hannah browsed behind. Despite mild cramps, knowing Travis and the kids would buy unnecessary things. She craved brownies and grabbed some, then caught up to them, finding them grabbing all the yogurt. "What's this? Why are you taking everything?" she asked. "It's their favorite," Travis said. "I know, but you don't need all of it," she said, putting most back, leaving 2 packs. "Two's enough." "But Mommy, I want banana too. You got strawberry and grape," Rai said, looking sad. "Next time, okay?" she said. "Let them have it. It's rare," Travis said. "Don't spoil them, or they'll expect it, like what Grandma did to me," she teased. "So he can find a mom like you," Travis said, grinning. "Such a joker. I love you," he said playfully. "Learn to budget first," she laughed. Travis pushed the cart, and they shopped more. Hannah watched, realizing Rai got his impulsive buying from Travis. Their cart was full, leaving the store, and they had it sent to the car while they ate. "Happy?" Travis asked the kids, who nodded with big smiles. Travis picked up their order, and they ate before heading to the arcade. They spent the whole day out, so the kids were exhausted and slept through dinner. "They were so happy today," Hannah said, sitting by the kids' bed, watching them sleep. "That's all I want, to make you happy," Travis said. "Thank you for taking care of us," she said, hugging him. Parents want their kids happy, and she was no different. They stocked the fridge together, then had snacks at the dining table, chatting about everything, catching up on 5 lost years. "Where are we going?" Hannah asked as Travis drove. He'd taken a week off to spend with them, to Grandpa's. I want to introduce you all, he said. We have a grandpa? Rye asked. Yes, of course, Hannah said. Mommy, we have a grandpa, Lisa said, excited. The kids' parents had split when Hannah was young, so they'd never known a grandfather. They were thrilled to meet one. He's in Colorado now, so that's where we're going, Travis said. The trip was smooth, and they were greeted by household staff at Edward's estate. The staff were surprised Travis brought company but didn't pry. Where's Grandpa? Travis asked a staff member taking their bags. In the garden, sir. Travis put an arm around Hannah's waist and led them inside. They found Edward in a wheelchair, resting. Grandpa, Travis called. Edward turned, a joyful smile spreading as he saw them. Travis had told him about their kids. He knew Hannah too, as Travis often spoke of her. Come here, grandkids, Edward said, opening his arms. Rye and Lisa ran to hug him. He was thrilled to meet his grandchildren. Travis and Hannah approached, greeting him respectfully. Welcome to the family, dear, Edward said to Hannah. Thank you, sir, she replied. My grandkids are so handsome and beautiful. Who do you look like? Daddy, Mommy, or Grandpa? I'll get you chocolates inside, he said. Grandpa, Rye said excitedly, and they all laughed. Let's go inside. I had food prepared, Edward said. The meal was lavish, and Edward warmly welcomed the family. Hannah was grateful for the good things happening. She and Travis were okay. The kids and their dad got along, and so did the kids with their grandpa. She watched her kids eat, loving the spaghetti Edward had made. How old are my grandkids? Edward asked. Almost 5, Grandpa, Travis said. Have more, Edward teased. Travis gave him a look, and Edward laughed, whispering a joke. They spent the weekend there. Rye loved Colorado's cool climate. Edward's vast estate let the kids play freely, unlike their cramped apartment. In the morning, Rye played with the dogs in the garden, with Travis watching. Have you seen Rye and Lisa? Hannah asked a staff member, coming downstairs. They're in the garden with Mr. Travis. Thank you, she said, heading to the kitchen, where she met Edward. Good morning, dear. Have coffee. If you need anything, tell the staff. I have a call, he said. Hannah made coffee for herself and the family, taking it outside. She set it on a table and watched Travis and the kids play on the grass with a dog. Coffee time, she called. They ran over. Good morning, Mommy, the kids said. Good morning, babies. You're sweaty already, she said, wiping their faces and tucking napkins behind their shirts. Mommy, can I play more? Rye asked. Finish your milk first, she said. Once done, they ran back to the dogs. Hannah and Travis sat, watching the kids roll on the grass, laughing as the golden retriever tickled them. They're so fun to watch, Hannah said, smiling. You're fun to watch, Travis said, looking at her. I want them to be Mia's. Is it okay if I fix their papers? No problem. I'd like that. And you said fix us too? She asked, curious. Marry me, Hannah, he said. She looked around, startled. Are you proposing? Yes. Where's the ring if you're serious? Rye and Lisa ran over, Rye holding a dog with a ring box in its mouth. Travis took it, knelt, and as a cool breeze blew, asked, Will you be my wife, Hannah? Tears fell as she said, Yes. He slid the perfectly sized ring on her finger. The kids cheered, and Edward, watching from the balcony, was overjoyed. They married and lived with love and trust. They moved to a new house, and months after the wedding, Hannah got pregnant again. Pregnancy and childbirth were tough, but Travis made it easier. Her heart was full with her family. That's mine, a girl said. No, I grabbed it first. Travis approached his twin daughters, arguing over a toy in a department store. They were shopping for the upcoming school year. What's going on? Why are you fighting? He asked, She took my doll, Lisa said. You were too slow, Chloe, their new daughter, said. Enough, you're sisters. No fighting, Travis said. Chloe, let's find another. He picked up a different doll. This suits you better. It's smaller, like you. No, Daddy, I don't want that, Chloe said, sniffling, about to cry. She's so dramatic, Lisa said. Travis struggled to calm them and mediate. Hannah stood nearby with Rye, watching. They're so dramatic, Rye said, excelling in school and always competitive like his parents. Let's shop for your other school needs, Hannah said, letting Travis handle the girls, knowing he needed to learn how hard parenting was, especially since he wanted another kid. Those girls gave me a headache, Travis said, slumping into the driver's seat. The girls, now reconciled, played with their dolls in the back. Rye was in the rear, on his iPad. They're fine now, but they'll fight again later, Hannah said. I should have bought the whole store to keep Chloe quiet, Travis joked. If you'd kept crying, Chloe, we'd have more toys, Lisa teased. Chloe wailed, and Travis rubbed his temples, stressed. Want another kid? Hannah teased. 3's enough, he laughed. At home, the girls played, and Rye went upstairs to organize his school supplies. Hannah set out takeout chicken and donuts. She called the kids to eat, as they'd skipped dining out due to crowds. Daddy, Chloe called as Travis came downstairs. He smiled and sat. Hannah dried his hair with a towel. Thanks, babe, he said softly. They snacked, then resumed their tasks. That night, Travis had a surprise. It's so dark, Chloe complained. What are we doing, Daddy? Lisa asked. Just wait, Ray said. Travis turned on lights with a remote, revealing a balcony decorated with tiny lights, an inflatable pool with pillows and stuffed toys, big enough for all 4. On the other side was a white wall for a projector. Food and drinks were set out. The kids ran to explore, thrilled by their dad's surprise. I thought it'd be a normal movie marathon, Hannah said. You're all special, so I made it extra, Travis said, kissing her forehead and helping the kids into the pool. They wore matching pajamas, eating candies and chocolates. Travis held Hannah's hand as they watched an animated movie. That's me, Chloe said, pointing at a character. No, that's me, Lisa argued. Enough or you'll fight again, Hannah said. She started it, Mommy, Chloe said. You're both wrong. Say sorry, Hannah said. The girls hugged. You look better when you get along. You're sisters, so share, she advised. Why are you laughing? She asked Travis, who chuckled. You remind me of them, wife. Their feistiness, their refusal to lose. It's you, he said. Ouch, she said, elbowing him after recalling when she slapped him during her interview, claiming a mosquito. I love you, he whispered. They watched, eating, but the kids fell asleep before the second movie. Hannah stayed awake, resting with the kids asleep and Travis on her lap. She looked at the starry sky, grateful to God for his guidance and blessings. She gazed at her sleeping kids, then her husband. Travis woke as a tear hit his face. Why are you crying? He asked. I'm glad we tried again, she said, crying. He wiped her tears. I love you, she said. I love you more, you and our kids, he said, kissing her forehead. I love you all. Hannah closed her eyes, leaning on his chest, thankful she'd been brave. Fear and doubt were normal, and trusting again was scary, but trying was what mattered. It was frightening to try again, but at least she had no regrets, knowing she gave it her all. Her father was her first heartbreak, but God gave her a man who loved her as much as she loved him. Their story wasn't perfect, but one thing was certain. Readers would close the book with a smile. I changed my mind, babe, Hannah said, looking at her husband. About what? I want another baby, he said playfully. I thought 3 was enough, she teased. Maybe one more boy, he said. What if it's another feisty girl like me? She asked. He laughed. We'll keep trying until I get a boy. Ow, she said, smacking him. You think childbirth's easy? He hugged her. Just kidding, babe, he said, nuzzling her shoulder. But if it happens, Grandpa will be thrilled. How is he? She asked, leaning on him. The cool air was warmed by their closeness. He's good. We'll visit this weekend, then head to the countryside for a week's vacation before school starts, so the kids can see Grandma Betty, he said. Sounds good, she said, and they hugged, watching their 3 sleeping kids. Hannah and Travis were content with their life now, wanting for nothing more. They thanked God for granting their past wishes beyond measure. So, let's never tire of praying for what we want in life. Thank you to all our loyal listeners, and a shout out to everyone who keeps tuning in. Thanks for listening, and God bless everyone.